What's going on, Pisces? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist 8. Justin here, and I hope you're having an amazing week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, your shares. Your support really does warm my heart, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Yourself has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, what I'm going to be doing this week is a tarot card reading for the week of December 4th through the 10th. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling good. Just the vibrations are just lovely. Now, this week we're going to be doing a self-growth spread, and this is about ways that you can get in touch with your higher self and just embrace the best Pisces that you and I both know you can be. And I'll be doing 10 cards with this spread and clarifications as need be, and of course a surprise card, because what's the point without the surprise card? And in case you all were curious, I am using the Astro Matrix Tarot deck. It's a diverse and more modern version of the Rider-Waite deck. So I've been enjoying it so far, so hopefully you'll enjoy this as well. But without further ado, Pisces, let's go ahead and get into your first card here. And this is going to represent the past. So higher self, where's Pisces been on their journey so far? What has been, where's Pisces been? Let's see what you're working with, Pisces. Okay. Huh. All right, we got the Three of Pentacles in reverse here. So I feel like for some, maybe we've been at this place where we kind of been sort of like isolating ourselves. Because with the Three of Pentacles, normally with it upright, this is kind of like a card of like partnership, you know, kind of like gathering of the minds here and just really kind of getting some things figured out. But I feel like with this coming up in reverse, either we're just tackling things, we're going on a solo project right now, we're just feeling a little more independent, or maybe there's been like a struggle trying to find, you know, you might have this great idea, you're trying to get some people to collaborate with, or try to get like yourself this little power team here, but just something hasn't been lining up here. But I am getting just some very solo vibes coming through here. So with this energy here, Pisces, but let's get a little clarification on that. Higher self, can we clarify the Three of Pentacles, please? Let's see what's going on with this energy. Because I'm not sure if I feel like this is you, like, you know, necessarily forcing yourself into isolation, or, you know, I don't get that kind of vibe. I'm getting more of like maybe you're just choosing to be more independent in this time. Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. You got the Hierophant in reverse. So maybe this is something that maybe this is a forced isolation. Maybe this is like you're trying to discover who you are, Pisces. I feel like maybe this is, and that's deep. Yeah, I feel like because the Hierophant, I feel like this is kind of like this coming to of you and your higher self here, really kind of coming to that balance and getting that divine wisdom. So I feel like maybe with this being upright, we've been in a place where we feel like we haven't, maybe we've partnered with people in the past, and in that effort, we've kind of like lost ourselves in this project. Or maybe, you know, you had this clear vision in mind, but somehow it just got lost in the mix, or just got overturned, or that, you know, it's your initial dream was just like, it wasn't what it was supposed to be. So I feel like with this, maybe now we're doing some more kind of like introspective work, or we're in a time of reflection right now, or at least we're getting to this place with this energy popping up here. So that's interesting, Pisces. Let's get to your second card here. Let's see where we're at in the present. Let's see where we're at in the present. Higher self, where's Pisces currently on their self-growth journey here? Let's see what's going on. Because I feel like with all this energy popping up here, I feel like we're trying to, deep down, I feel like we're trying to just rediscover who Pisces is, which is, look at that. It's like you got the memo that we were doing self-growth here. So let's see what's going on. Yeah. Pisces. Yeah, look at you, Knight of Wands. Now with this energy here, this is about, I feel like now that if we have been taking this energy, and just really been trying to find ourselves in here, I do feel like now maybe for some that fire's been lit. Things have turned up right here, and now we're getting into action, because that's what the Knight of Wands is about. It's about taking that that almost like that fool's energy and just going out and going to claim what's yours. Because this is the Knights. This is whose card is this? Leo's card. It's like, what's going on here? But this is one of Leo's card, and I feel like now this is something that you've taken this time, you've taken this, done that kind of like introspective work, and you have some more solid idea of yourself. You're feeling more set in your ego here. And I feel like you're getting ready to just go out and just conquer something. Yes, Pisces, I'm with this energy right here 100%, especially if this is something that you've taken the time to rediscover, because that's what this is about. I really do, I'm with that. Let's see, let's go to your third card here. I feel like you're moving along, I'll move along as well. Let's get to your third card, which is your higher self, and how do you get to that place, because now I feel like you've been putting in the work, and it's time to, we're about to let the beast out of the cage. Let's see what's going on here. Higher self, how does Pisces get in touch with their higher self? Where are we taking this energy to right now? Let's see where you're trying to guide Pisces at this time. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Page of Swords. And for me, with this Page of Swords, this is about staying true to yourself, being open to all the opportunities, because see, the Page is standing here in this open field and ready to defend, what they, and keep in mind too, this isn't a gender specific reading, but keeping in mind that, they're ready to defend their truth at any given time, but it's keeping open to the opportunities there. This person's got a little bit of air, a little bit of, a little bit of earth and a little bit of air in their chart. So it's like, about we're grounding our ideas, and then we're observing everything. We're trying to see what's going on here. You're taking what resonates with you, and you're leaving the rest with them. So I feel like that's where your higher self wants you to stay on that path, stay true to that. And even look at that. You got the Hierophant, looking at this Page of Swords here, and the Knight of Wands. So I feel like that's where higher self is, stay the course. I feel like, and for some, for others, I feel like if we've been in this place where we're not sure, where we do feel like we've lost ourselves, or, haven't been sticking to our truths like we should, don't doubt yourself, Pisces. You know what you want at the end of the day. It's you're with you more than anybody else, and you know how you operate. So, and you know what you hold virtuous, and what what stands true by you. So just stick to your guns, Pisces, and when don't let outside influences ruin you, not even necessarily ruin, what do I want to say, don't let them cloud who you are. So let's move on to your next card here, which is going to be some challenges and what's kind of preventing you from getting to your growth here. Higher self, what's preventing Pisces from getting to from accepting this truth, from really embracing themselves wholly? What's going on with this energy here? What are some challenges we're running into? Okay. King of Swords. And so I feel like this King of Swords energy, this is about, having that clarity, about having that, and I feel like there's, what's preventing us is the doubt. We're getting lost in all of this, in like our environment is what I'm kind of feeling here. And with the challenges is to see above that, because the King of Swords he's throned on top of probably the highest mountain that he could find here. And the clouds are supposed to represent kind of like the mysteries and all that the world has to offer. And then the sword over here represents his conscious mind, and then the left over here is supposed to represent his intuition. So I feel like it's about finding that balance, between what is how do we take people's opinions without, losing our own, in a sense, and keeping that clarity, keeping that mindset, not letting it affect this transformation here, because the butterflies on this throne and on his crown represent that metamorphosis, and for some, I feel like since we've been taking this time in the past to kind of get to ourselves again, remembering that, you've put in this effort. Look at how you've leveled up. We went from a page of swords and now we're getting ready to become a king of swords here. So definitely, let's keep that momentum here. Let's keep that Knight of Wands drive. And you know what? I feel like we're gonna stay right on track, Pisces. Now, let's talk about some environmental influences. That's going to be card number 5. So, higher self, what are some outside influences that have been affecting Pisces at this time? What is it that, let's see how your environment has been affecting you. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, yeah. Okay. You got the 6 of Cups in reverse here. So I feel like with this, I feel like for some, I feel like we're not in this this happy place. I feel like we're in this place where maybe who this new Pisces is, or who, and not even new Pisces. I feel like, who this and maybe, yeah, I'll stick with that. This newer Pisces that, these newer qualities that you've picked up about yourself. I feel like maybe that hasn't been maybe well received, or, it might just be like something that's kind of shaken up your environment here. Maybe you've come out of left field with something, and then your let's say your soul tribe or your family or whatever, just like, whoa, Pisces, I didn't realize that's what we're doing. And I feel like this is something that has gotten you where the opinions of others is kind of affecting this happiness here, affecting this wisdom. I feel like people, there's just like this nostalgia. People miss where Pisces used to be. I remember, I like when you used to just do all this thing. Everything was fine. You just kind of worked around this place. But now that you're trying to break from the mold here, I feel like maybe this is kind of shaking up your environment here. And Pisces, that's going to be that's when you're going through transformations and changes like this and really kind of embodying your truth, it's going to be one of those things. Don't mold yourself around the world. Let the world mold itself around you. Because it's like when you start making changes, the universe follows suit. So it's going to be, that, and it's difficult. Especially when it's when we're around this environment all the time. It is very difficult, and that might be something too to consider. If this is affecting you in a way, maybe it might be time to kind of reestablish some boundaries here. And that's not to say you need to cut people off, because even when you think of that term, you can't really cut people off because you've already met them. And then if you try to cut them out of your life, there might be little instances. You may not think about them as much, but there still might be little things that will remind you of them, and then it gets you back to that place. And then we haven't dealt with it. We just cut it off and we just put it on the back burner. And I feel like with this, it's just more so kind of just reestablishing some boundaries with this transformation. It's just like, hey, this is what it is. For example, a little bit about me. When I started doing this tarot channel, it wasn't like it wasn't well received, but it really was just kind of I took a sharp right turn, and people were just like, oh, I mean, this is awesome, but where did it come from? And, being confident in that. You just tell them what it is, lay down where you're at, and you know what? Just like how they may even surprise you, Pisces, because I know that when I did this thing, I didn't expect it to be as well received in the family as it was. But people, for the most part, honestly, everyone has pretty much accepted this with open arms. So, I don't know how your environment is looking, but maybe give them some credit. They might surprise you in this instance. But let's go ahead and move on to your next card, which is going to be some personal issues. Let's see what personal issues that we're dealing with. And I mean, by personal issues, I mean like any fears, anxieties, insecurities. So what are some things that are affecting Pisces on a personal level, higher self? Let's see what are some, yeah? Okay. Pisces. Look who showed up. Callie's been popping up. I mean, I need to start keeping tally because Callie, wow, ignoring that. Callie and the devil have been popping up all over the place. But with it popping up in reverse, I feel like we've been resisting the transformation. I only feel like that's for some. And it's kind of like what I was saying with this environment here. Maybe it's because we're afraid of how people will respond. We've been resisting the change. But the thing with the death card is, and this is just like this is Scorpio. This is the Sun in Scorpio with the Six of Cups here. This is just flat out Scorpio. You know, these things are going to come to light. This transformation is going to happen, you know, whether you want it to or not. It's just going to, and that's not to scare you. It's to say that it's just a natural part of life. We have to grow because can you imagine being the same person you were in high school? Because when I think about that, for myself, yikes. And that's not, I feel like that's what the death wants. You know, it looks like it's the most because, you know, Callie can't help herself. She's just excited for the fact that you're getting ready to see what newness is coming out of this. So I feel like that's where we need to come at with this Pisces instead of, because listen, and I get it too, because everyone, it's like as a soul tribe, we're all going through this transformative period right now. You would think with it getting out of Scorpio season that this would be done, but nope. It's, if anything, I feel like it's almost like cranked up a little bit more. So no, you're not alone in this, Pisces, and this is something just to learn to embrace this thing a lot more and to so that it's less comfortable. You know, work with the energy as opposed to against it. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to your seventh card here, which is what you feel like you should do. You know, what is it that your gut is telling you that you should do at this time? Higher self, what is it that Pisces feel like they should do at this time? What is it that what is subconsciously kind of driving them? Let's see like what you feel like you should do here, Pisces. Yeah? Okay. Pisces, High Priestess, absolutely High Priestess. And I feel like that's good. You feel like, wow, you feel like you should trust your intuition. And absolutely, you would be right in that. You know, I feel like that's a very glib answer, higher self, and part of me kind of digs it. But in part way too, just because it's my ruler too. But I feel like with this popping up here, I mean, let's be serious. With the High Priestess, I feel like it's one of those things, if you trust your gut in your ever changing emotions is what I'm really getting with the High Priestess here. Because when you think about the High Priestess is represented by the moon. And when you think about the moon, she is traveling, she has different phases, you know, traveling through each sign within like 30 days, you know, like stays in each sign for about 2.5 days. And, you know, it's constantly changing and having to adapt and all of that. And I feel like it's making sure to being able to trust your gut no matter what phase you are, whatever outside influences are working with here. You know, we want to get to that place. I don't know if you're familiar, but I talk about this on my other channel, but we want to get to that place where we're kind of like void of course, where because that's the time when the moon kind of wanders, and in that time, I just read something really cool about this not too long ago. It's like one of the only times when that period happens that the moon is not affected by anything. You know, it's just the moon being the moon, doing lunar shenanigans. And that's where I feel like this is trying to get you here. We want to get you in a place where you just trust yourself all the time without any kind of outside influences here. I feel like that's where the High Priestess is trying to get you to get to. Because she's that border between the material realm and the spiritual realm. And you being Pisces, you know, that's what the fish represent, you know, is that dance. You know, that between the material and the spiritual realm. So if anything, you know, this is in your wheelhouse here, and you know that's difficult. You know, being a sign of duality. I have a Gemini moon, so it's like I get, you know, having to operate between those two sides, but just stay true to yourself, Pisces. I won't beat that to death. Let's get to your 8th card here, and this is this card here. Now we're going less from what you feel like you should do, and now we're getting like, what do you want to do? You know, what is that you want to do, Pisces? So higher self, what is it that Pisces would like to do at this time? If you had just in which you do have your choice. That's a nice thing too. You can do whatever you want, Pisces. Let's see what's going on. Okay. you got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And what I feel like what this is representing is, because the Four of Pentacles for me, he gives me greedy vibes, but I more so feel like he's ruled by his money here. Like we're just making money for money's sake. But this I don't feel like has to deal with money. I feel like what you want to do is be at a place where you're not ruled by anybody, where you're not, where no one is, where you're just in charge of you. You know, that there's nothing else, no kind of outside influences controlling this thing. That's intuitively what I'm getting with the Four of Pentacles. I think I'm gonna get a little clarification on that. Higher self, can we clarify the Four of Pentacles, please? What is it that what is that higher self? What is it that Pisces wants to do? How is it that what control are we trying to get rid of here? Hold on, Pisces. Let's see what's going on with this energy. Yeah. Six of Swords. I feel like whatever's been holding you, whatever's been kind of controlling you, whether this be, because I feel like this energy, this could be maybe a person, whether it be like a family member, a partnership, a relationship. I'm getting that there's this control here, and where you want to just be where where it's just you, you know, because you have a bright future here, and these Six Swords here are just, these are the baggage from the past. This isn't the wisdom here, and I feel like you're aware of this thing, and you want to get to where you're moving past that. You want to take this stuff that has this grip over you, that has this control, and we need to let that go. And that could be too, when I was talking about this here too, again, if this is something, this is like a toxic person, or, you know, take that as it resonates. It might be time to either just establish some boundaries here, whether it's just like, hey, and it might be you know, there may be a separation for some time, you know, however this goes down. I don't know the severity of it, but it could be something where it's just like you may need to have a conversation that is just like, listen, we're on two, and there's a good way of going about it. You know, it's like, you know, we're on two different vibrations right now. Let's part for a little bit. You know, let's you know, distance makes the heart grow fonder. So let's you know, however you want to deliver that, Pisces, however that resonates. But I do feel like you want to let go of this stuff. You know, you're tired of being strapped down and being told how to be Pisces. It's time to just let Pisces be Pisces. So let's move on to your ninth card here, in which I'm so with that, and I'm with that 100%. Let's get to your lessons here. So higher self, what are some lessons that Pisces can get from this right here, from this whole self-growth journey? Because this has been I like this journey, Pisces. This has been great. So you got the Nine of Wands in reverse. And with this energy here, normally this is an energy of like, you know, keeping that perseverance, you know, keeping that, keep fighting that good fight. And I feel like the lesson here is to not give up on yourself. You know, that this has been, you know, the universe sees that this has been a hard journey. You know, your higher self is very aware of these types of things. And, you know, I feel like it's about just, you know, keeping that faith, you know, because it's difficult when you're met with these, especially if you have like environmental influences, if you have personal issues, you know, all of these outside influences that can definitely get it to where, and especially Pisces being a water sign, because I know I've said this before and I'll say it again. We are just water signs as a whole, you know, sometimes we can take on the energies of others, and you know, that stuff really can kind of like paint our whole world, and we kind of get lost in all of this ocean of emotions and feelings and opinions, and it's daunting. It absolutely can be. But if we learn to trust our intuition in all of this, this is going to be less of a burden. So you know, I get where we might want to give up. We might just want to say, F it. You know what? Maybe I will, you know, this whole transformation ain't even worth it. No, Pisces, it is totally worth it. If this is what you want, if this is what is going to fulfill you, it's going to raise your vibration and help raise the vibration of other people, do it. Absolutely. And I don't mean to sound like I'm coming at you. Everyone's been catching the mother today. But it's just because, again, I see the potential that's coming from this, and I know you feel it too. So let's get on to your last card here, which is going to represent some advice. So higher self, what is some advice that we have for Pisces? What is it that you would like Pisces to know going forward on this journey here? Because it is a tough journey, Pisces. You know, really trying to stick to your guns and learning yourself. That's a tough one. Yep. But you know what? Advice, 3 of Wands. There's a whole world out there. Oh, that gave me chill, Pisces. Hold on, I'm about to bring it back. That gave me chills all over the place. Staying true, realizing that you stay true to yourself, the world is going to open up to you. There's going to be opportunities just all over the place, just raining opportunities, because this is the sun in Aries here. So this is like, this is this is something that it's about just realizing that there's endless opportunities for you, especially for those who stand by their truths and make sure, that they don't compromise themselves. That's what I have for that one there. Absolutely, that's some, yeah. That's what I got on that, Pisces. So hopefully that made sense. So yeah, yeah, okay. So Pisces, if we haven't done so already, weird transition. Let's like, share, subscribe. I'm on Facebook. I'm becoming almost like a Facebook guru. So definitely check me out. Follow me. Friend me there. Follow me, friendly. I'm almost a Facebook guru. All of that's in the description box below. And you know what? While I was talking about the moon here, if you have Cancer in your placement, or if you just want to kick it with, I feel like you might even benefit too. Just being a water sign, the moon affects the water. So all of that to say, check out my other channel, The Chariot and Friends, where it's mainly, I primarily had started it just for Cancer, but again, Pisces, I have a very successful track record with every Pisces that I've ever met. So you are absolutely always invited. But the whole thing with that is that we keep eyes on the moon, and I've noticed that with doing this channel, that even the way that I'm syncing up and how I'm feeling things is a lot different than what it used to be. Now that it's like really, really kind of attuning to the moon. So, maybe on this journey, this might help. Check your placement, see, because that just might be a bonus for you. But let's go ahead and get your surprise card so I can get you out of here. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like with this popping up here, this is about, and what a great closer. This is about, I feel like it's not about catering to others. This is about focusing on you, because this is your journey here. People can tell you what to do, but they're not living it. They don't know your experience. You are with you more than anybody. I can't tell you what to do. Your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, etc. And I'm not saying that to be smart. I'm being quite serious. No one can tell you what to do, but you have to. It's about putting you first. Start with your world, get your world around, and then watch. Just watch how things kind of fall into place. The universe, you stay true to yourself. I tell you, the universe is going to respond in time, in kind, and in time. And it's going to be, everyone's journey is different. It's one of those things, you can't compare yourselves to others. Don't think that, oh man, I wish I was further along. Pisces, you're exactly where you need to be at this moment in time. And just keep that Knight of Wands energy going in there. Keep that Page of Swords energy there. Trust your truth, and you're going to get to your Hierophant. We're going to get to that balance, and we're going to be where just it was going to be totally worth this ride. So yeah, I think that does it. All right, Pisces, stay safe out there. You keep raising that vibration and stay true to yourself too while you're doing it. And I will catch you on the next one later.